Nothing really. It's just that I like to finish what I have already started. I don't like leaving tasks uncompleted. So like once I'm done with my task, once I'm done with the debugging, I can go back to watching my movies. That's just how it is for me. I'm live with Nexus Tech Talk, Shikod Africa edition. My name is Ayomide Olatunde. We compared and predicted the average annual salaries of data scientists across Africa, Asia, Europe, and North America. We built predictive models that could compare the average salaries of data scientists across regions. My motivation behind this project was to, one, put into practice what I had already learned, but now in real world projects. Two, I wanted to see how the salaries of data scientists varied across regions. Data science is one of the fastest growing fields in the world, and there is a lot of demand for data scientists. So I wanted to see how they were paid globally. And from my data, my data set, I saw that the salaries actually varied significantly across regions. What inspired me to dive into the data science field was my love for data and my curiosity about what data tells us. The fact that we can use data to understand what happened in the past, explain what is currently happening, and predict what might happen in the future fascinated me. The ability to turn raw data into insight also caught my attention as a geophysicist, which is my background. The second thing that inspired me was the fact that the world is already growing. Like there's rapid growth in technology in the world, as we can see in our AI, ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, and so many other models that are being built. These models are built on data. They depend heavily on data, and I wanted to be a part of something like that. My love for Microsoft Excel was actually what began this journey of data science because it was one of the first technologies that I used as a geophysicist. So that also played a role in this journey. She Code Africa has impacted in my life through the She Code Africa Academy program. It gave me the knowledge, practical skills, community, and confidence to grow as a data scientist. I went from feeling like a beginner to someone who was more skilled, confident, and had been equipped with leadership abilities. I didn't just gain technical skills, I also gained soft skills. As I said during my graduation, I didn't just come to gain the technical skills. I actually became a better version of myself and a more confident version of myself. One of the biggest challenges I faced during this cohort was taking up the role of the team lead for my mini project and the capstone project. Leading was very new to me, and honestly, it was very demanding. There were times where I felt overwhelmed because we had to submit our project or having to meet deadlines, having to coordinate people, having to also stay on track. At that time, it felt extremely frustrating. But looking back, I can say it is one of the, phases or one of the things that actually contributed most to my growth in this program. I can say that I have gone from being a timid person or a shy person to someone who is more confident to be a team leader. One thing I think newbies should avoid is trying to learn everything all at once. When I started, I was learning model building, data cleaning, everything all together, and I became overwhelmed and confused and even left it for a while. Then I found the She Code Africa Academy program and I was introduced to structured learning. So we learned every single thing. Now today, when I am even coding for data science projects, I know this part I am doing. My work is more organized. I understand the workflow I am meant to pass through in like when I'm working on a project. So yeah, one thing they should just avoid is having to learn everything at once. They should look for a mentor if they cannot even find a program that, you know, that can actually enable them or equip them with the structured learning, they should look for a mentor or go to YouTube, go to ChatGPT and tell it to explain how you can learn step by step as a data scientist. So rather than consuming everything all at once. The achievement I'm most proud of is my first mini project. When my facilitator told us that we were going to work on this project independently, I was scared and I was already panicking because I was like, I've never worked on a project independently. But having worked on that project and making mistakes and learning from the mistake, I can say that I was, you know, it made me become a better and more confident data scientist. Looking back now, I can say that I am, that's the thing that I'm most proud of. You know, like it's just like taking your first baby step, your first step as a baby. It's something, it was like a first step for me as a data scientist, having to, you know, work on real world projects on your own. It was something that's something I'm really proud of. My immediate line of action is to practice projects, practice on real world data sets, you know, because you cannot just learn everything and not practice. Practicing is what actually solidifies that knowledge. I am also building and learning and job hunting simultaneously. I'm doing everything all at once. Honestly, nothing really. It's just that I like to finish what I have already started. I don't like leaving tasks uncompleted. So like once I'm done with my task, once I'm done with the debugging, I can go back to watching my movies. That's just how it is for me. In the next 5 years, by God's grace, I see myself working as a subsurface data scientist and one who is on her way to becoming an AI engineer or machine learning engineer who has been equipped with skills. I also see myself becoming a professional in this data science field and also mentoring and, you know, empowering other people that are just like me today with just like She Africa has already impacted in me. I want to also impact on others or even come back and become a facilitator at She Africa for the data science track. I'm live with Nexus Tech Talk, She Africa edition.